Zuccotto is a dome-shaped Italian cake. I'm gonna stuff it with vanilla and chocolate ice cream with a proper Italian meringue. Line a bowl with cling film. You all, at some point, got a present of one of these bad boys here, a panettone. Many of you have no idea what to do with it, but definitely you can do the zuccotto, which is really cool recipe to do. When you get your panettone, make sure you take the paper away, cut a nice slice. The nice end of the panettone goes on the bottom. Press it down a little bit. Remember to take the bottom part and keep it on the side, and I'm going to show you later on what to do with it. At this point, we're just going to slice the panettone. They need to be more or less the same size, yeah, because otherwise it's not going to work. So, this one goes here. Look at that. And that's what you got. Look. See, this I like to do because there is no baking. Plus, at Christmas, we need the oven for other stuff, right? So now, at this point, I got a little bit of amaretto liqueur. So start with the bottom. Just make sure that the sponge gets soaked by the amaretto liqueur. You could use sherry. If you don't want to use any liqueur, you could use some orange juice. Let me show you the next job to do. We got some vanilla ice cream. Look what I'm doing. I'm working the vanilla ice cream just a little bit to make sure that I can spread it nicely on my panettone. Now, in here, zest of an orange. Okay, and then I got some cherries and candied peel. Just whatever you got. Straight in there. Now look at that, the way you wanted to do it, come here, is to make sure that very gently you fold everything together. The vanilla goes straight into the sponge. We need to make sure that everything on the side of the sponge is coated by the vanilla ice cream. And leave about 1 centimeter gap on the top, because remember, we're gonna have to put the lid. Now, the only thing that you have to do, in the freezer for 1 hour.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Okay, so this, the chocolate ice cream with hazelnuts that I'm gonna mix all together, this is going to be the heart of my zuccotto. So, mix the hazelnut into the ice cream. I'm also gonna put a little bit of my amaretto liqueur. Not too much, because otherwise it's gonna stop the freezing process. Okay, so what we want to do, very simple, pick up the half of zuccotto that I prepared before.
On a one-horse open sleigh, or the fields.
Vanilla ice cream with the candied peel and cherries, nice and firm. You pick up your ice cream, it goes straight in the middle of the zuccotto. And then, remember the lid that I told you before? This is gonna go straight on top, like that.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in
Then,
a one-horse open
this is just
sleigh.
gonna go on top.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Well,
Now, you're gonna have a lot of cling film that is hanging over the bowl. Put that over. Press it down with your fingers. 2-3 hours in the freezer. Let's do the Italian meringue. So what I got here is 4 egg whites. Make sure that you whip them nice and stiff, that you need to be able to do this. Then I got 225 grams of sugar with 6 tablespoons of water. And you're gonna heat it up to 110 degrees. You keep whisking the egg whites, and slowly, you're adding the hot sugar. You're making a meringue where the egg white is cooked by the heat of the sugar. Don't rush it. And you see how fluffy it's becoming? And shiny, beautiful and shiny. That's it. Let's put this together. I have to say, already looks very good like this, but we can do better. This needs to look like snow just has fallen on top of the zuccotto. So you're gonna get this peak of meringue. And I want those one because we're gonna burn them with a blowtorch. Okay. So make sure you write a nice letter to Santa Claus and say, Gino said, I want a blowtorch. You can be as artistic as you want. Ecco qua. Perfetto. Now, decoration. I got some fresh fruit that you put into sugar. You can put strawberries, slices of pineapple if you like. Another one here. Okay, now I'm going to use some edible glitter. This is silver, this is gold. This is going to be a proper showstopper. Let me give you a tip. You got a blowtorch and heat the knife, because remember we are dealing with ice cream in the middle, or just put the knife in boiling hot water.
And when we walk along the icy lane, you'll be holding me
Look at that.
so tight.
Auguri di Buon Natale, everybody, and Merry Christmas.
The snow is hanging down from the street lamps. The sky is such a beautiful sight. And when we walk along